Hi, I'm Karthik Kumar, or you can call me KK. So today I'm going to give you demo on Microsoft Dynamics Acceptor architecture, that is AX 2012 release 3. Okay, fine. So the indexes what we are going to cover is what is an ERP. Okay, first everyone, you know what is an ERP? Okay, so normally I want the sessions to be very interactive, but since this is a demo session, I will be the presenter, so you be the spectator. I'll tell you what is an ERP. ERP is an enterprise resource planning. Okay, enterprise resource planning in a sense every business requires a ERP application. It is not like normal application what we have. Normal applications you cannot integrate all the modules at one place. Like for example, take any business. The business will have what kind of modules, what kind of areas or departments it will have. So if you are having running a manufacturing or any business, you should have accounts payable, that means you should have purchases, and you should have receivables, that is account receivables, that means you should have customers for your and you should have some goods where you have to buy or sell, right? So for management it is very difficult to see all these things at one place. He has to check with each and every department and see whether I'm able to what is happening in my purchases, what is happening in my receivables, and what is happening to my inventory. So very lot of manual work is going to happen. So to reduce this, they have introduced the ERP, that is enterprise resource planning, and which really makes the business to be more effective in terms of profits. Okay, so ERP means enterprise resource planning, or you can give a simple definition to it: integrating all modules at one single platform. Okay, that is called ERP. So this is why Microsoft Dynamics AX has how we will evolve how Microsoft Dynamics AX has successfully established in ERP market. So I'm going to tell you about history and versions of Microsoft Dynamics AX. Microsoft Dynamics AX started with version 3.0, then it came with the next version 4.0, then 5.0, then 6.0. Now the latest version what is got released is AX7, which is totally cloud based. Okay, so the Windows up till now, the current now we are the demo will be also on the Windows our client application, but not AX7 still. That has not been released into the market. Like trial versions is not released yet. We can get the normal AX 2012 up to R3 version or R2 version in the partner source. You can download it from partner source, and even the demo license file, but you cannot get in AX7. Okay, still we need to get it. So 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0 are Windows applications, and 7.0 is a cloud application. Now we will be talking about AX2012 R3, that is release 3. Okay, so these are the history and versions which are evolved in Microsoft Dynamics AX. Okay, so how do you install AX in your system? What are the requirements? What are the prerequisites you require to install AX in your system? First of all, you should be a domain user. What is a domain user mean? Suppose you are in next gen. Okay, so that means, and you want to be in the part of next gen, you should be in next gen Active Directory first. Okay, then next gen will be creating how the you will be in Active Directory of next gen. They will be creating your username, user ID into their Active Directory. Okay, once you are in some, not only next gen, any other domain, if at all you are in Active Directory, then only you will be able to install AX. So that is called a domain user. right? Now, once you are in Active Directory, then you will have you need to have AX2012 setups, and you have to just go click next, and you have there will be a couple of components, installation components, and just you have to you can go to get it in Google, how you have to install AX2012 any version you have. And like any other application, it is license based. You can get the licenses. Right now in the partner source you can get the free trial license. Okay, for it will the license will be, if at all for a trial license, it will be for 1 year, right? Now, okay, let us talk about architecture of AX. AX is a three-tier architecture. Okay, so three tiers: tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Tier 1 will be on the client. Okay, what is a client? Which a user see. What he sees is the tier 1, and with the client interface, the user interface. Okay, the connectivity, from the connectivity, you can see it as a connectivity. Okay, whatever you see, forms, reports, and whatever you see, that everything is on client. And tier 2 is the main, you can say as a main layer, or main tier, because the connectivity, the database connectivity happens from application object server. So this tier, the application object server lies on tier 2, and the application logic will also be run on AOS. Okay, so the application objects such as queries and classes will be executed on AOS. Okay, that will be on tier 2, and this will be also act as mediator between tier 1 and tier 3. So what tier 3 will have? Tier 3 will have database server. Database server of the since it is a Microsoft product, obviously it will be in a SQL server, that is Microsoft product itself. So the connectivity between tier 1 and tier 3 will be taken care of tier 2, that is AOS. Okay, keep in mind that AOS is the database connectivity from tier 1 and tier 3. Okay, that means user send some request in from the client, it goes to application of the server, then takes and fetches the result from database, and again vice versa. Okay, again vice versa here. Okay, so how these objects are stored in a database is like it is stored in the form of model store. Okay, our whatever application objects, everything will be stored in the form of a model store. Okay, so this is the three-tier architecture of AX. Now let us see the development architecture in AX. Okay, so we have four phases here: uh, runtime, development, deployment, runtime, development, upgrade, and deployment. Upgrade can be anytime. So runtime, development, and deployment. So what happens in the development when you do? Okay, suppose you're developing an object. You're developing something. Say something example sample. You created a sample table. Okay, in the Microsoft Dynamics X Windows client. Now only one table you have created. This table you want it as a backup. Okay, you want to keep your own backup. Now what you have did, you have what you have to what all you have to do is you have to just right click and export it. Okay, export what? The table we have created. So that will be, you can choose the path, and you can choose the path and you can put somewhere in your local machine. Now you have right click and exported it. What format it will come? What kind of format? It will be in the form of .xvo files. So that means your development is in the form of .xpo files. Making sense? Okay. So now you have done a couple of customizations. You have created a new module itself. Okay, that means you have created a table, you have created a form, you have created a class. Okay, you have created a report, and all customizations, you have a set of customizations you have done. Now you want all these customizations from your dev machine to test server. Okay, it is not possible every time to take XPO files and right click export and put it in, okay, and put it in the any test server. Instead of that, okay, what you do is you take that particular you what you have to do is there is a concept called exporting the model file. Okay, there is a concept called models in AX. First you have to create a model. Okay, I'll show you. I'll tell you here models. Okay, first you have to create a model of your own. It is right, just right click new model, right? When you create new model, say test model, you have created a test model here. So development will be on test model now. Okay, now you create a table, class, whatnot, report, use. Okay, all sort of customizations you have done here. Okay, now you want all like this. There are, you say like this, there are 50 tables. Like this there are 50 classes. Like this there are 25 reports, and I have like this 15 views. So if you want, it is always not possible to right click and to take an XPO. Okay, you can take XPO and put it in test server. That is not possible every time, but that is not also a best practice. We keep XPOs only for our backup. Okay, if something happens, it just we need to have a backup. So that is what we'll just put an XPO in our local machines. But what we have to do, we have to export model. Okay, how you will be exporting? Using command prompt. You will have a, using command prompt you will have a script. Okay, that I will be telling you later. Using command prompt you will have a script. You have to run the script. When you run the script, it will like how XPO is there, like that it will be falling into one of the path which we have given in the command prompt. We say install AX model or export AX model. So when we do export AX model in the command prompt, so it will fall into some of the folder in the form of .ax model. Okay, so that means now you can take this dot, suppose we have put his name as, we have put a name as sample. Now sample.ax model. Okay, now we have to take this, you can take this AX model or you can let it be like that. This is in dev machine, right? Now go to test server. Open command prompt here. Run script. Okay, first copy, open test server, copy and paste the sample.ax model in test server. Okay, so first before that, what I would like to tell you is dev machine is something a developer will work on. Okay, so you will have your own local machine. So you have created a model file and you have exported a model file in your server. That means in your machine what you are doing, and you have copied this and you have pasted in a test server login. Okay, you have entered into a new test server, and in the test server you have pasted this sample X model. Okay, then you have to open the command prompt and you have to run a script. When you run the script like install AX model, and you will have the script for this, and you have to do this using Microsoft PowerShell. Okay, you will have a Microsoft PowerShell component installed in the server. When you are installing AX, you can have it as a component. When you install this PowerShell, this you can also run through this command prompt using AX util. These are all the tools I'm talking about to install or export a model. Okay, you can do it through PowerShell or you can use it using AX util. Okay, so this everything we will be talking in our classes. So I'm just giving you overview of it, how it is happening, the architecture, how it is taking in the Microsoft Dynamics AX. So when you install AX model from test server, the customization, whatever you've done, the 50 table, 50 classes, 25 reports, or 15 views, this as it is stored in a sample model, this all will come and sit in test server as a sample model, and you will get the model also. So there this all with the name model, you have created a model, right? Test model. So this test model will come and sit here in the test server. Okay, are you following? Great. So that is what. So that means what I want to say you is, if at all you want to have a backup in the local machine itself and you want to do some changes, and you want to have a backup, then you can put it as export the file as a XPO file. The development will be in the form of XPO files. If you want to have a set of customizations and you want to move from one environment to another environment, then it is called .ax model files. The deployment will be like this. Right, the runtime, as we have discussed in the architecture, Microsoft Dynamics where AX will talk to application object server, and application object server will talk to Microsoft Dynamics AX model store database, and again it will talk with application object server again, and this will fetch the details to the Windows client. Okay, request, mediator, fetch, response. Okay, and the upgradation, like see, if at all you have seen in the AX22 itself, there is release 1, release 2, release 3. Okay, so every time Microsoft will upgrade his own application. So that how it will be possible. So he will be sending through some .aod files. The upgradation will be in the form of .aod files. Okay. Baseline model store was in the previous version, like AX22 R2. So whatever hotfixes which Microsoft Dynamics AX release will be stored in baseline model store. But now it is not there. It is only this database is not present in AX22 R3. There are only two databases. One is AX database and one is model store. Okay. So this is the development architecture. Next we will talk about layered architecture. Fine, then we'll talk about the layered architecture. So layers are classified into 8 layers in Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012. So they are like this: user layer, customer layer, value added reseller layer, ISV layer, solution layer, FPK layer, GLS and SYS. Let us divide them, split them into two types: innermost layers, outermost layers. Okay, so innermost layers are SYS, GLS, FLK, or is that? Yep, FPK. Sorry, my bad. FPK and SLN. Okay, and outermost layers are user, cus, var, and ISV. Okay, so the innermost layers are the layers which has been developed by Microsoft as an application. So we will be talking about each and every layer, but I'm just going you with any overview of them. So this is the layers which cannot be deleted anytime, and this can be never be deleted. Okay, and as a developer point of view, these are the things which you will be working on. Okay, you cannot directly work on these layers, but if you have license, so every layer will have a license code. Okay, keep in mind that every layer will have a license code. Suppose I want to work on suppose I want to work on cus layer. What I have to do is I have to buy license code from Microsoft and apply it to my environment. Okay, so like this, if at all I want to have work on ISV layer, I have to buy the license code from Microsoft and apply, and I should apply it to my environment. Okay, every layer has its own significance, and let us talk about it. Okay, user layer, you no need to buy any license for user layer, as whenever you install a developer license, okay, or a trial version, by default you will be having this layer. Okay, so you no need to buy any license code for this, you will be getting directly to this. Okay, making sense? Right, next, customer layer. The customer layer used for modification for a specific company. Like I suppose we have a, let us say we have a project, and so that means we have that we are doing for a particular customer, right? So for our client, so that client wants his own company specific customizations. Okay, he does not want that to be do in some any other layer. He want to his own customization for his own product. Okay, then what he does, he will go and buy the customer layer license, and he will apply it, and where we will work on cus layer. Okay. Okay, next, var layer. Value added resellers. These are the layers which a business partners or the software will use. A software guy will use generally. The business partners, in the sense, the software people who will buy this thing and who will be having a partnership with Microsoft. Like you can take any example like Infosys or any other company, Sonata. These people, these which are having in AX, which the people who are in AX will be the business partners to Microsoft, because that is their not their own application. So Microsoft will just give their product to the software vendors. Okay, and that is how it is. So that time it will be everything on var layer. So then the developer will be customizing everything on var. Next, ISV. So if at all I'm a freelancer and I want to build up my own solution, okay, I want to create my own solution, then I will be, and I would like to purchase, I like to sell it in the future, then I will be writing in ISV layer. Okay, then I will buy ISV code and I'll be writing my code in ISV. The solution layer is used for distributors. Okay, the people who you know the meaning of distributors, right? The people who have verticals with them, like type of industry verticals with them, and they will just sell to the partners. Okay, so that will be on solution layer. And FPK. FPK layer is a patch layer in Microsoft Dynamics AX, which are used for updates. Like uh, suppose there is some flaw in the application itself, and Microsoft has not recognized it. You as a software developer, you have identified that there is some bug in the application itself. Then you can raise a ticket to Microsoft. Okay, then he will be sending or he himself, Microsoft, will find that he has having flaws in his own application. Then he will be releasing an update in the form of a hot fix. Okay, so when he releases a hotfix, that code where he will be writing, that code he will be writing in FVK layer. Okay, and that also, or when we run it, that hotfix will come and sit in FVK layer. Okay, is it okay? So next is the GLS layer. GLS layer is, so Microsoft Dynamics AX might be in any country, so different religions, different languages, so it should be a language independent. So there are a couple of languages installed in Microsoft Dynamics AX, and everything will be the country specific, uh, so you can say the country specific modifications will be saved in GLS layer. Okay, the sys layer is the most important layer and the lowest level of this layered architecture. And this, the application object, the frameworks, everything is built on sys layer, which is done by Microsoft guys, and this cannot never be deleted. Okay, understood about the layer architecture, and I will give you a better example than this. Okay, say, and one more thing, you will have, each layer will have the hotfix layer. Okay, so it will be prefixed with P last, like if at all it is user, it is USP, if at all it is CUS, it is CUP, where WAP, ISV, ISP, like that. So everything will be prefixed with P, so every layer will have its own hotfix layer, so that they can put where he has to put the hotfix. If he wants to put a hotfix to a particular layer, so he can put if he wants to put a patch to a particular layer, he can release that patch in particular layer, and that will be in USB. Okay, let's use an example. Let us say standard dynamics AX with a table name alphabet that consists of columns A, B, and C. Okay, so this is the, are you able to see the screen properly? So this is the layer. Say the table name is alphabet and the columns are in A, B, and C. This is the standard layer. Okay, how user will see it? He will see it is, there is no modification here, so he will see as A, B, C. Right? Now if a developer wants to, like I have logged in var layer and I have decided to add a column D to the table alphabet. Okay, and so what user will see here? User will see as ABCD because I have added a D in the var layer. Now I went to the user layer. I have logged in as a user layer, and I try to delete B and C. Okay. So user layer, what I'll see AD, and user what he will see AD, because I have deleted A and D. Now the tricky part here, and you have to understand what here is. Now if I go back to var layer and try to add E, F, G, H, whatever, still the user will see only A and D. You know why? Because always the top layer will take the precedence. Okay, now go back here. What is the top layer here? User layer. Where is var layer? It is in the third one. Okay, if at all I have done some modification in var, okay, then if at all, the user will see as, the end user will see as whatever changes I have done in var. If at all I have done changes in user layer after this, then whatever changes I have done here, that only will be applicable. Okay, again if at all I go back and change whatever, that will not be seen with the user, because always the top layer will take the precedence. Similarly, for example, I have done something in ISV. Okay, the user will see whatever changes I have done in ISV, and if at all I have done changes, again I logged in as var layer. Okay, I have done some changes here. Whatever changes I have done here, that only will be applicable. So keep in mind that the top layer will always take the precedence. Understood? Okay. So what is the benefit of layers in Dynamics AX? The source code protection and faster and easier upgrades. Okay. Next, we'll talk about report architecture. So AX2012 will be using SSRS reports. There are two types of reports in AX, Morphex reports and SSRS reports. So Morphex reports are no more used, so everything will be on SSRS reports. So let us talk the SSRS report architecture. Now, end user will be clicking a menu item or a form or something from the user menu, whatever he has. So when he clicks a menu item from the UI, then what happens in the background? It goes to the report server. Okay, the design will be in the form of RDL file, whatever design we have developed for report. So the design will be in Visual Studio. We will be designing there. So that will be in the form of RDL file, and the data extension from there, it will goes to Microsoft Dynamics AX server, right? Then it will see the metadata service, okay, and the query web service. So just think that the design first in the report server, it will take the design. From design, it has to put some data into it, right? So that is happening with query web service. Okay, now in the design the data has come up, and from there again it will show on the screen as a report viewer. Okay, what you have to say from UI to, when you get a request from UI, then it goes to report server. From report server it goes to Microsoft Dynamics AX server, and from Microsoft Dynamics AX server it will send again to report server, and report server will send it to UI as a report viewer. Okay, so end user workstation, report server, Microsoft Dynamics AX server, and Microsoft Dynamics AX server to report server to UI as a report viewer. Only 5 steps: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So this is the SSRS report architecture typically. So in our going forward classes, we will be talking about briefly about SSRS reports, not about the architecture. This is the architecture. We will be talking about how the reports will be used, right? So I'll show you your workspace directly. So Microsoft Dynamics AX icon, a Windows application. So double click this. So these are the dashboard which Microsoft Dynamics AX will have. So by default, these are the companies. Okay, like list of companies you will have in. If at all you install the demo data, you will have the list of companies, or you can create your own company as well. And these are the list of modules which we have: accounts payable, receivable, general ledger, travel and expense, sales and marketing. Okay, we can create our own module also. And this is the area page what you are seeing here. All modules will be same here in the area page: common, journals, reports, inquiries, setups are used for the module setup, reports are for reports, and journals for the financial entries, and this is for normal master tables in the common. Okay, so this is how the area page look it. The thing which you are seeing here is called navigation pane. This is called navigation pane, where you can see the modules all here. Okay, this is the search box. You can search any custom anything like customer. So this will be searching the customers. You can press all customers, so you will get the customers form like this in the search help topics. You can get the help here in the help topics what you want regarding the customers. For that you need to install the help server again. Okay, you need to install the help server here, so then you will be getting the what does the customers will do, what are the vendors will do. So you will get the help topics there. For now, let us go back to the account receivable module. Okay, this is something called new workspace. If you want to work on new workspace, like the same thing, you will get in some another window the new workspace. And if you want to have a development workspace, click. Okay, before that, if you want to see what kind of installation Microsoft Dynamics AX have, just go to the question mark in the right corner of the the normal workspace, and click about Microsoft Dynamics AX. Okay, and you can see what kind of installed models are installed here. Okay, I have installed dev model. So these are all the models which are installed here. If someone asks you where the models will be, how installed models can be seen, you can show in the question mark, you can see the show installed models. Okay, and the product is licensed to Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012. So this is a basic version of 2012. If at all it is R3, it will be showing it as R3 here, right? Okay, now let us go to the new development workspace. You can press Ctrl D or Ctrl Shift W or new development workspace. Okay, so this is the AOT where we will be working on. So there are a couple of nodes you are able to see here. So everything has its own significance. We'll be routing through all this, you can say, nodes in the coming classes. So this is how the code, everything will be shown in AOT. Okay. So one more thing I would like to tell you. Technology what we use for AX22 R3 is IntelliMorph and IDE, that means integrated development environment. IDE is Morphix. Okay, any questions? Okay, with this, the demo has been completed. Thank you very much.